Yo, what's up, everyone? Uh-oh, it's thundering out. I mean, that could be a fast way to get s'mores. Yo, what's up, dudes? Oh, wait, I gotta get my stuff on. Aether Spike, thanks for that gift sub right off the top of the stream to MTLOL_QT. Hope that was the way you'd want to say your name. I think it's a Japanese name. I think. Ooh, I think it is. Unsure. Southerner? Sup? Sorry, Skyfox. You know, the first command is almost like... It's almost like notorious monster camping in 11, to be fair. Because it just decides when to go live. So, like, because it's an external chatbot, it doesn't really go by Twitch's live thing. It just goes by when it decides to register it live or some shit like that. Babavin, hello. Faros, hello. Alt, hello. Zero. And Tina, I saw Tina taking it. And Biftech, hello. And Scion, hello. Yo, quick shoutouts to Mr. Faros, who may or may not be doing Deep Dungeon in 12 hours? Unsure. Oh, let's say 13 hours. Yo, Fido Girl. Yo, Cutman. Yo, Harry. Yo, also, Ashen. Yo, Ashen. I was catching a bit of your attempt earlier. Rip. That's okay. The question is on what job? Ooh. I saw it float. I was scouring the directory and I saw you going live. And since I mentioned... Wait, Ashen, Star... Oh no. Ashen was working on... Is working on Sam? I can't remember if you were going hard on Sam, but you were trying to do Samurai. So if you want to check out a new runner, you got one right there. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, one of these. Okay. Ooh, I'm just going to park my sentry in there. Oh, I didn't even do stream mirrors. Whoop! Alright, well, it went live. He saw it for a blip second. Believe me, it happened. Bring your thief over to 11 and try that. Wait, my thief? My thief's not good enough yet. Leveling Sam while getting some experience Deep Dungeon. Oh, okay, so it's more of a thing. Okay. Alright, so here we go, dudes. 121. We got a long... Well, presumably I got a long night tonight. So hopefully I can deliver a long night tonight. Because it would be nice to have a long night tonight. Let's do this. Let's go right in. Hey, Kenora! Thanks for the Twitch Prime. Thankfully I can say your name, because it came up as the English translated version on the thingy. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, man. You could have used it anywhere. Yeah, picked my stream this month. Enjoy the emotes. Thanks for that support. Let us begin. Oh, I'm like reading Sky Foxy saying tonight. I'm like, tonight? And I remember that Foxy's EU. I seem better at spinning certain enemies. Yeah, I mean, like, whenever I did spin, as of more recently... Thanks, Biftech. As of more recently, it was really only on Mimics, because I didn't really want to do any other enemies for spinning. Frankly, I didn't want to spin to begin with, but I pretty much just stuck it to Mimics. So I was used to just one type of enemy. But yeah, once you get to, like, you know, other enemies, you have to make adjustments and do bigger spins and whatnot. It gets a little annoying. Oh, Aussie! Oh, shit! I don't think... Have I actually asked where you live? Damn. A-U-S. A-U-S. Aw, shit. Okay. Actually, I think I just assumed you were like NA for some reason, let alone Australian. Do I have anything going on? No, everything looks good. Okay, I should probably minimize my player though. Hold on, let me do that. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. To learn to kite better? Yeah, you know, there's a lot of instinct that I got, Ashen, on like the melee in general. Like, I knew when to bail, I knew when to keep going kind of thing. So there was a bit of a learning involved in there, but like one of the beautiful things with Samurai because you had the jump back and the gap closer, you can do almost like sometimes what Red Mage can do, where you corpse into an enemy and then you take a few steps and you displace away, and you can do that to really mitigate. And with mimics especially, you could actually run away from a mimic and then dash in and then run away from it, and you'd actually cancel an auto that way. Or you do a dash back and you cancel an auto that way too. So it's kind of fun, and it comes up pretty quickly, assuming you have the gauge for it. And that's the tricky part though, because there have been I think there was a couple times where I assumed I had gauge, and it was like against a Chimera, and I hit the button and I relied on it, and I got fucked. Yo, Lock T, thanks for the 100 biddies. Appreciate that, dude. Appreciate it. Every little bit, literally, is always a great thing to receive. So thank you. Thanks for the support right off the start of the stream, guys. It means a lot. I normally work hard. Too much caffeine on Monday, work morning. Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like I get a good feel, or we get some conversations about a lot about like where people are located in some extent. And I mean, a majority in the early morning obviously are EU, and then it starts turning into like NAJP. We get a couple Aussie. I mean, we got you know, a very good friend Galaxy, of course, and also Heal Me Harry, who are both around that region. But I don't know very many others per se in that area, at least who hang in stream, you know. So good to know another. We almost successfully have like a person from like every region of the world, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool to say. Oop. I feel like I am lagging, but I don't know what could be lagging me, because I have everything off. Maybe I'm just too used to 11 now, where like I have to dump my FPS every single time. Mr. Worldwide. I guess it's the hour that I'm playing on and streaming on, because you get that funky hour with NA and EU, but I guess it would be ideal for like JP and Aussies who can pretty much sit on the whole stream, you know? Like NA could potentially be either heading to sleep or like, yeah, usually NA it's like heading towards bed, and then EU it's like the weird one where like they're either staying up like super late and like looking at the sun coming up, or like waking up really early to go to work or something. So even with that garbage floor 68 run, well I mean, I'm not gonna say anything bad about Crystal, but that's good to hear. You made it, dude. Prague. Kiara 85. 85 as in the year? I could respect that. That's around my year. Eve. So that's 1 year behind me. Oh, cool. Yo, welcome. I'm an 86. I get to work from home every day. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's good. Then I get your company. $89. Dang. If anyone says above 2,000, I'm gonna cringe. Not at you, just like the fact that I'm old. I'll take 90s, but man, you come in with like, yo, like 01, like fuck, dude. God damn it. 70, 78. Y'all good, dude? You make me feel young, that's all. Oh shit, Tina's older than me. I didn't know that. I had 2 runs, I was going to stream, and I fucking lost them both? Wait a minute. Wait, going to stream, that means you were trying to set them up and they both failed? Is that what happened, Treno? Oh no. Also, can we get a shout out for Treno? He's been doing some runs recently, so he's been getting back into streaming them, so that's another vantage point you can get for Deep Dungeon. 94. Thanks, Tina. Channel took a little bit of a break, which I mean, a couple people are. I know Almerish was talking about it a little bit, and I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, just take the break, man. Don't get burnt out. I mean, frankly, I'm taking like mini breaks during the week. You know, I've only been logging into 14 when I stream, so it keeps it all kind of in order. But yeah, I mean, don't feel like you need to keep up with anyone or you need to go at a pace. It's your journey, so. Dino 146 for Ninja, 50 didn't sub 3. Oh no! Oh no. I'm sorry, China. Sounds like a rough week. 94! Usually the youngest, which surprises me. You know, yeah. We had one person in chat who I think visited a couple days ago. He was here a couple days, and then he wasn't here anymore, and then he came back. He was like 13 years old. I'm like, oh my god, you win, dude. And then Ruby was like, I think under 22, but yeah. 90. Yo, shoutouts to everyone putting out their years out there. I think you know what's funny about the years too. If you're like me and you suck at math, it's like you can't even like sometimes you may not even tell like. How you won't have to feel bad that you feel old because maybe someone out there can't even do the math like me. Well, mine would just be like base it off mine and then add subtraction, but you know, I'm not that great at math. Safety, double aggro, what? Yeah, I say that. There's a lot of times when I say that too, Chano. But more in a DPS, right? Because a DPS, you're like, I mean, I've done this on tank. It shouldn't be that bad. And then you get demolished. I did that on Red Mage once, because I had returned to Red Mage after playing tank for a bit, and I'm like, this can't be that bad. I'll just pull everything in witching and we should be good. Nope. I died instantly. Because Red Mage doesn't have defense. I think it was in Gloom too, so that was a little bit of a different story, but yeah. This thing is not dying, so I'll go here. There's a person on the city to go to sleep because their mom said it was time. Oh no. You know, in I think in 11, original retail 11, I think my crew for the most part were around the same age. And then we had like 1 or 2 guys who were a lot younger. And we always kind of poked fun at the fact that they were like the kids in the shell and stuff. And then I go to 14 and everyone's like younger than me. I feel old and shit. Okay, this was safety. I think I'm just gonna pass on this because it's gonna be really annoying. I have freedom. Freedom! Rezo? I'm gonna aggro that thing to get this item. Witching. Okay, we'll save the witching. I didn't catch that in LS chat. Damn, dude. Yeah. If I see a kid under the age of like 15 who's enjoying like 75 cap 11, that's cool. That's cool. Especially with all the other games they could possibly be playing. That are meant to really cater to that age group, right? They're here playing that kind of grindy game. Maybe. Could be. I mean, you know what I do see a little bit often is older, well not really older, maybe around my age, maybe slightly older, who get their kids to try it. Like they get their kids to try the game, which is also cool. And their kids are like under 10, etc., you know, just to give it a shot. Now, I don't know if they stick with it, but at least they try it. But it's more like if they stick with it. Yo, what's up, Noctiv? Here we are again. I'm going casual. So this is already a really bad score, so I'm not really caring about the score today, although I don't want to go massively slow, because then we're going to be here all night. The fishing, dude. Oh my goodness. Don't hit enter too early! Oh, you crashed the game. Paladin, not slow. I can go faster, it's just way more risky, you know? And it would take me a lot of resources, and I'm still on a resource conservation type of thing. Your bro used to make you level his Pokemon. Damn. Did you pay for the power level? Or did you get paid for power leveling? How to deal with mimics from... very carefully. Now, it depends, Byrox. It depends on your job. What job are you looking at trying, or what job are you trying? As Summoner? Ooh, Summoner. I think my go-to... So, if your Witching is at 3, I would probably use a Witching to keep it at 2 in the assumption that you're not stepping on traps all over the place. Because usually, from 41 plus, you're handling the rooms a lot more carefully, so your chances of hitting traps are really low. Which means if you're capped on Witching, you're sitting on Witching pretty much for an emergency purpose, right? You aggro something extra, blah blah blah. So for a Summoner that doesn't have the ability to interrupt the pox, I will utilize like a Witching to try to kill it within 30 seconds so it wouldn't get the pox on me. That's usually what I try to do, but that only comes into play if it's at 3. If it's at 2, I tend not to do that, and if that happens, I usually steal up. If I don't have steal up, because it does get dangerous. It also matters when you spawn it. If you spawn it and you're in a tight quarters, like you can't really kite around, you probably want to steal up. You can try to risk it and try to do mitigation and just run around and kite, which it could be doable, especially if you're running with Titan with full shields, like he's full, like he has 2 charges, all the shields are up. You could probably down him, more so if you have a strength on, because you probably can kill it before he kills you. But usually 71 plus on a DPS, with the exception of Red Mage, and the only exception is Red Mage, I usually steal up when I see a Mimic, and then I kind of change gameplays because I try to go a little bit quicker by maybe using a flight to use the strength steal, so on and so forth, but usually a steal does happen. Thought I can get away from this. Did the turtle turn around? He did. Yeah, steals and live with pox, yep. So, how I usually handle pox... Oh, well, I told you about the Witching. The Witching is one way to not take pox, but if, say, that's out of the picture, or let's say you're in a situation where you want to hold on to those Witching for whatever reason, and I'm sure they're good reasons. I will use the Purity the moment I kill the Mimic if I have 3. But if I'm down to 2, I usually just eat the pox, because I don't want to run out of Purity, especially before I get to a boss, because having pox in a boss gets very complicated, especially in those floors, because the boss can really make it a weird situation even with strength and steel as a DPS. So I always just keep it on, and the possibility you don't pick one up again, so I always keep it at 2. It's really not that bad. Pox is not that bad, and with Summoner you can kind of get through it even if you, say, run into a no items floor, because you can just keep getting Titan shield up and it could kind of block it, you know. But yeah, so you want to pace for 45 minutes. Where am I going? Want to pace for 45 minutes. You feel old? It's okay, Tina, we all feel old. I feel old every day. Actually, this whole weekend I feel old because for some reason my back was just not agreeing with me, and I have no idea why it was being a bitch. It's still kind of a bitch, but it's a little bit better, but yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really doing anything physical too. Probably just slept wrong. And my back hasn't really been weird as of recently for a while. I did tweak it once and twice, but it would be like, it would kind of recover really quickly. But yeah, it was like this whole weekend my back was just not kind of my back was just not quite there, and it still is kind of not quite there. I mean, you know, I have a high pain tolerance. But if I needed to do anything physical, I'd have to be very careful, so. My back has never been perfect, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know if I can say it's sensitive. I'm also like surprised you remember that, Alt. Because what Alt's referring to is when we went to FanFest in 2018, I almost threw out my back before FanFest started. Almost. Like, I was bending down to pick up something, I came up real quickly, and I felt that tweak, and I immediately stopped moving. Look at, because if I knew if I continued going up, I would pull it completely. So it would be my luck. Like, I don't know how you guys are with trips and events and things that you look forward to, but it is kind of historical for me, where if I'm looking forward to something that I've been wanting to do or planning to do, something always happens during the trip or during the duration. Like, something really, like, off the wall happens that you can't even believe that it did, but it's just like, yeah, I guess that's me. I'm gonna run down that list in a sec, but let me finish this conversation. But yeah, like, no, I've had my back's been pretty sensitive, but I don't know what triggers it. I think it's just sometimes I just have it the wrong way. Like, I don't know what I could do to prevent it, you know? Yeah, I was walking around, I think, with with Icy Hot. I had Icy Hot all the time because I was just making sure it wasn't, but it was really close. But I do have a history of, like, just blowing out my back for some reason. I mean, considering I'm pretty physical too, so it's just weird, and I try to be careful. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that. I remember when I was a kid, one of my very first times I went to Six Flags as a kid. Like, you know, first time I ever been there, blah blah blah. And then I had this horrible like rash or like something in my mouth. So it was very hard to even like talk or even like eat anything. It was terrible. Like, the whole day I was just like ruined. There was one time I had a trip with a friend in Vegas, and the very day I got there, the entire computer system of Vegas was down. Like half the strip's computers were all not working, and it took like hours to get it loaded up. I think another time I was in a hotel, it was on a trip, and the fire alarm went off in the hotel at like the middle of the night. A lot of weird shit, dude. Yeah, I don't know what I would call it, but it was pretty bad. And it was so, like, I've never had something like that before, and I don't know. It was just really weird. But the timing, it was just the timing. That's all it is. The timing was bad. So that kind of was almost like a repeat of what I usually experience. I was really looking forward to FanFest. The first time I was meeting a lot of the guys I met in 14, almost threw my back out, but I was able to recover. Because that would have been quite embarrassing. I'm like, you know, going in FanFest, I'm like, sorry guys, I straight up can't do anything because I can't walk. Remind me to never go in. Oh, with me? No. So, I think you'll be fine. You know, I don't think it's a carryover. I don't think, like, you know, other people suffer because of my bad luck, but it's more of I think it's more of just a personal thing that happens to me, you know? I think for the most part, it's always just been, like, myself. I didn't really affect anyone doing it. I took down Vegas. Well, that one's true. Also true. Yo, Llama Todd. What up, dude? Hello. How are you, my friend? Yo, shout out to Llama Todd. Top tier raider. Not too bad. How have you been doing, Mr. Llama Todd? I've been Yo, we've been busy on FF11, man. That's pretty much been my life for like 2 weeks now, with the exception of doing streams and stuff. Yo guys, if you guys are still raiding and you need help, man, Llama Todd. That's it. There doesn't even need to be like another, like, there doesn't need to be a detailed explanation. It's just Llama Todd. What I've been doing in it, I've been playing the game, basically. Like, you know, the load of, like, there's a whole bunch of people who decided to install it thanks to Pharos. We're on the Nozomi server, and there's like 80 fucking people plus that are all starting up from scratch on a 75 cap server, and we're just playing the game. That's it. So right now, I just unlocked Ninja, so I'm trying to get that leveled. And I think I'm gonna go up Thief because I want... Oh, and try to level Fishing so I can make some monies. I do not want to level ninja without looking like a badass, so I need monies. You missed everything, dude. I cleared Palace, and we're back at we're back here again. I just zoomed up to the top and then came back. Yeah, it is. It is pretty funny, and I wonder if some people will realize that how, like, you straight up start with just nothing, and then all of a sudden you're leveling, you're going through shit, you're you have a path, you know where you want to go, you have a direction, but like literally once you create the character, it's just like, here you go, have fun. Like, okay, what do I do? Fuck what I know, just make it up, dude. Lamaton, I said that. I said I don't know if I can go back, but the thing I always said was I can go back if you shove me in like a DeLorean, like Back to the Future style, and put me back in the era that we played, that I fell in love with 11 with. And the thing is, with the Nozomi server, it kind of is the time machine. Like, there's some things, here and there that are, misremembered, if you will, but it kind of gets you to that place that you loved before. If you liked the 70 cap, it's there, it exists. And so I feel like I am getting the experience that I said I wanted to have if I were ever to go back. And I think that's why it's satisfying for me. Like, if I go back to retail, I'm not gonna get that experience. I don't even know what that experience is anymore, because I stopped before they went really hardcore solo. But yeah, so I don't know, dude. One of the other ones, it's that it was free. Like, it's a private server, so it's free. So if I ever decide, I'm like, you know what, this is ridiculous, I don't even know why I'm doing this, it's fine. I spent my time, I had some fun, and I could move on. I didn't commit money, I didn't commit like a month's worth of time. I could just uninstall it real fast, but yeah. And I think it's a perfect time currently, since we are sitting in the content drought. Well, since some of you are sitting on a content drought. Well, I'm not doing anything but Deep Dungeon, so... And again, like I said, I'm not logging into 14 until stream. No, you in Citadel? I'll go to Citadel. Wait a minute, that means you have Viper Bite. Oh, that means you're flexing the power of Thief? I'm jealous, dude. I was so happy yesterday that I caught up on levels, but... Oh well, that's only gonna last a day. You should have... Oh, right, you didn't keep up with your daggers. I was keeping up with my daggers. Wait, where's that chest? Oh, fuck it, I have no idea where that chest is, so we're out. I'm going real slow. Let's just skip. God damn it. Still doing some kick-ass. Oh, you in that party too, Biftek? That's the right name for that place? Yeah, I used to call it Garbage Citadel. Even when I typed it out, I didn't even bother with the Albatran, so I just typed it out, because that's what it was. But it was like, it had a bad rep because people played it bad. Like, I actually can't wait to see how a bunch of the people, when you do level there, how they will find it. Because that was a really bad place to pull, because you can fall down all those holes. So you had to have actual skill to pull things, and like, not like, nonchalantly do it, because you just fall down a hole and just instantly die. And then the party can't raise you, because they'll die too. So... Yo, Llama Todd! Thanks for gifting Tafaras. I appreciate that. Thanks, my friend. Oop, where are we going? You're adding. Hell yeah. The monster trains an MPK. Yep. Oh baby. Man, like I think I did Garlage when the enemies still wouldn't respawn, like they wouldn't despawn when they trained it. So I think I do vaguely remember how that got very annoying, because you basically had a one-way path to level, just down the staircase and all that stuff. So it became a problem when someone was just a dumbass and couldn't even pull properly, or like some high level was training like the bottom area because they were doing circuit or something. Crawler's Nest, oh, Crawler's Nest was terrible. Crawler's Nest was worse because you had to walk like 5 minutes just to even get to the place you need to go. Rezo. I trained about the bat to go from the bottom floor, killing all the low level. Nice, dude. So it was you. That they're based off. Wait, that they're based off of the old. Wait, have you guys discovered new strats that are based off of old strats in 11? Like going back to 11 and then playing it now, and then seeing if there's something new. I haven't quite gotten high enough to really do anything like that, so I don't know. I just remember a lot of things that I used to do, and they're all coming back to me. Certain strats that I did before, like instantly, I just remembered how to do them. It was pretty interesting. Like one of the ones that I remember very quickly was when you had to get you had an enemy and you had to zone it because it was kicking your ass. The very first thing I remembered was pathing, and how by you running around a tree or running straight to a tree or up a hill, and that would ruin the enemy's pathing because they'd have to take like a very long pathing to get to you, which means your survivability increased. Tina, thanks for gifting to Lamatod. Hell yeah! Thanks for getting the gift subs to my good friends, good streamer friends. Lamatod's great. You should check him out. Follows you should definitely check out. Hands down, definitely check him out. He's had a very nice hour for a lot of people, so I'm gonna run straight and just get the chest. Let's go. Ooh, sick. How close was I to a trap? Survey says. Ooh, I was pretty close. I've noticed that soloing seems much easier for this time around. That sounds interesting because I heard, I mean, the Somi feels like they're doing away with the idea of soloing. Like, kind of areas that they're like, oh, you can solo, was just like, okay, we modified it so it's a little bit harder to do it, but... Hey, Baloo! Is that a shank? Oh, I'll use it later. I think they could already, though, right? I don't know, I have to get the feel of it. I'm not quite there yet. You're much higher, though, so you'll have a better touch on that, but... I mean, I definitely want to go back to certain things I remembered I could solo. But I need Gil, man. I burned a lot of Gil on Bloody Bolts, which did save my life, but they cost money, so, you know. I made it to 30 on Monk. I made it to 30 on Monk and unlocked Beastmaster. It was not fun, but it was doable. Wait, like solo? Soloing in, like, retail? That's hardcore. Oh, I got hit with that. And Nosomi. Oh, soloed on Nosomi. That's hardcore. That's a lot of time. I don't think I have the patience for that. Well, yeah, I don't think I have the patience for that. That's very impressive. On Monk. Hey, Bulu, congrats, man. 150 is tough. 150 is the first, I would say, getting to 100 without dying is probably your very first gatekeeper. Because that's hard. That's a marathon, man. You know, if you're starting off, you're probably doing 1 to 100 in like 8 hours. Because you're like being so careful, blah, blah, blah. And then I would say the next big gate is like 150. Because 150 is just mechanically crazy with what you gotta do and how you gotta handle it. And if you have no idea what you're doing, you've never watched something, man, it is extremely intimidating. So congrats on getting past there. That's huge. So then your next gatekeep is Behemoth. Pretty much. The other ones, like, I wouldn't really say they're gatekeep. They're adjustments, but they're not too bad. Behemoth is the one that's like, okay, yeah, here we go, you know? Hopefully today I can, I know what I need to do today, and I hope I can do it. The spoiler version of it, if you don't want spoilers, turn off your ears. Yeah, turn off the ears. It's all about my setup from 16. It's all about my setup from 16 to 15. That's it. If I nail that down, I think I'll win. Because I think the whole rotation is not actually as bad as I thought. Like when I was looking at it on paper, I'm like, oh my god, you have to do everything. it's such a long rotation, it's like 6 meteors, but then like end of the day, when I'm managing that rotation, it felt simpler than DPS. Like DPS was straight up, I can't mess up, otherwise I'm missing something and I'm not gonna get the burst off. With Paladin right now, it feels a little simplistic, and I have time to even look at like what I'm doing. Like, okay, this is coming up. Okay, let's do this. Oh, that's falling up. Okay, we'll do this. Oh, do I do clemencies now? Okay, I'll do it right. Like, it seems very easy to manage. So the only thing I need to manage is the beginning. And if I get the beginning down, then it's just about hitting buttons after that. Which I think I can do, because I think I've successfully done that for the most part, and I know what I need to do. But if I don't get a good setup into a push, then it's kind of GG. I have nothing to go. Don't mute the stream, turn off the ears, yeah. Yeah, well, I'll just say Paladin is very timely. I can't speak to the other tanks until I've done them, but I'll say Paladin is very timely. He's like 1 point off on 140, my first attempt. Oh no! Oh dear. The 0.1% strikes again. I remember when they first introduced the whole 10th decimal, it was totally like, oh, this is totally like just a troll thing. SC's just doing this to just troll people. Because now people are gonna like do bosses, they're gonna get to 0.1%, they're gonna cry even harder. It's gonna hurt even more. I mean, it's nice detail, but it is pretty funny. There's a lot of chests here, what the fuck? Okay, wait, open this. Okay, open this. Steal. So like, even like with people doing Behemoth now, and they see like I had a 0.2%, right? People have gotten 0.1%. It's like, oh my god, you look at it on the VOD and you're like, oh my god, if I just sneezed on it, I would have won. Why couldn't I just sneeze at this very moment? Why couldn't I just like, you know, coughed or something? Is that thunder or is that fireworks? I can't tell anymore. There's been like fireworks here for like a week straight, every night. You were sweating badly when watching my VOD. Damn. Interesting I had that effect on people. Well, it is a DPS check, but as a tank you have tools to survive longer, Nico. That's what it comes down to. Like, take a machinist, take a machinist specifically. That's more like a literal race. You're racing to kill Behemoth before it kills you, while strategically putting in your heals and stuff and doing it such that you can last as long as possible. Whereas with tank, it's the same thought process. Are the Cobras here? No, the Cobras aren't here, right? Okay. It's the same thought process, but you have more tools to survive longer. So if a Paladin has Clemency, so you're weaving in Clemency, potions, regen potions, Hollowed Ground, which can eat 1 meteor without taking damage. And that's how you extend that fight longer and longer. And then that's how you survive. And then it balances out with just the damage that you're doing, although you have to still do it properly. If you do it properly, then you got the kill. I've done it once. The other times I saw where my mistakes were. I just have to remedy them. Every single one that I've done it 6 times. I've done it 5 times. I've had 4 attempts, because I was able to double dip on one of my attempts. I saw where I could improve every time, and even the last one I knew where I could improve. And I'm hoping today is going to be a little bit more cleaner, because I have a little bit better understanding of what has to go on. But what you're gonna see me be doing, Nico, for Palace specifically, I don't think I got that. It's really bad. For Palace specifically, I'm not gonna be someone who is going to take a job and then be like, oh, let's see if I can do it. Like, I'm done with that because it takes so long to do it. So I'm gonna be doing jobs that have proven already that they have been successful. So the reason I'm on Paladin is because I've seen it and heard it and watched it been done successfully. Gunbreaker's the same, Warrior's the same, and then Ninja is on that list now. So that's where I'm at. Like, I won't be taking in, like, Bard and Dancer. Because right now, that's only been cleared with Spin, and Spin is not in my... It's currently not in my, my skill set that I want to perform. So if it doesn't require Spin, I will be trying it. So we popped Hollow, Ground to survive on Paladin. What's Gunbreak? What's Dark? Oh, Dark Knight is a little different. Dark Knight right now does need Spin until someone proves otherwise. But right now it has been cleared only with Spin. And it's tricky because Last Resort is pretty useless in Deep Dungeon, so... But Gunbreaker is very similar to Paladin, where you're leveraging Super Bolide. And there is a way to get your HP back before the next meteor. It's doable. With like surviving with regen ticks and pulling in some brutal shells, so on and so forth, there is actually enough time for you to get HP back. Or just spin. Yeah, it's tricky, but it's been done by a number of different players and a number of times. So it's in that category, Nico, where maybe like even like long before when we were theory crafting it, it's like, can this really be done? And it wasn't really believed until someone actually went and did it, you know? So it's one of those things where it's doable, it has been done, so there's no... So in my end, it's almost like there's no point disputing it, it's just about figuring out how I can do it. Because people have done it. How does Spin help you in Behemoth? From my understanding, and I've not watched it, I've only heard about it, because again, it's not something I would ever really do, so I'm not going to entertain it, looking at it, because it doesn't really do anything of value to me. You're delaying Behemoth. So my understanding is you're just delaying him long enough such that you can get a couple more shots in before Meteor happens. So maybe, so like how we've been doing it now is that you push it to 14.9, starts Meteor. And you're doing it where you push it to 14.9 when it's in the middle of a weapon skill, or an ability. 11's on my mind. It's in the middle of an ability, so that you're buying yourself seconds to get more damage until it gets to Meteor. So what spinning would do is essentially the same idea, where you're delaying it, so maybe you can push it to like 13, 12, 11 before it gets up to Meteors. So then now you only have to deal with 11% from Meteor down instead of doing like, later like 14 or something to that effect. So so it isn't locked in place. From what I gather, you're not locking it in a spin, you're just delaying it. Buys you time, precious time that you need to kill it. What does spin mean here? Alright, Nico, I got you, dude. Let me find an enemy that can do it. I'll show you spin. But I need the right enemy. This one? Let's go find another one. I smoked him. It's 100% harder if you're in tanks, but that's just me as an individual. Yeah. I am not surprised Melee smokes him. I always thought Melee was good. I just thought I was bad at Melee. Because I did it on all 4 prior to Shadowbringer. And, yeah, it never worked out. Well, Samurai fucked up. Ninja, I just sucked at Ninja. Dragoon, I think I really fucked up that one. And Monk, I fucked up. So, Monk, I had a chance. And this is way back in time. I had a chance on Monk, but I stood in Charybdis, I took the damage, and it went all wrong at the very end, so rip that run. I could have been like the very first to cross over 180 on a melee a long time ago, but yeah. Rip Baruni. Free on melee, maybe, but it is pretty comfy on melee. Red mage, yeah. If you can keep your nerves in it. What are you doing, dude? Okay, so after this bird... Oh, there's another one? Okay, hold on. Okay. After this bird, I'll show spin, because I can do it on this centaur. So generally speaking, the spin means that you're... So like, you wanna think an enemy here has a visual conal. And when you're within that conal, that's how they hit you. So with spin, you're trying to stay behind said conal, so that they don't hit you. So if I spin this right now... Alright, so what you're gonna see is you're not gonna see any damage popping up. Well, that one's gonna hit me. But if you spin it properly, he's not gonna get any hits off because I'm staying behind him. So like, right now you don't see any damage coming up from me, except right here. That's spin. Which I prefer not to do. even though I could do it. But in my opinion, it just changes like what you need to do in this whole thing, because it's a different challenge. So that's why I prefer not to do it, and I never really built my strategies around it, so that's what I just prefer not to do. There are people and runners who will do it. There's nothing wrong with it. What's up, Hadouken? Not much today. I'm hoping I can just get up to Behemoth again. I always get nervous because I get nervous more so when I'm like, hey, we got a chance at Behemoth today. And then I pop open stream, I'm like, I better get to Behemoth today. You're like vanilla speedrunner that's not happy with new speedrunning methods that uses and abuses glitches? Actually, Murray, that could be true. You know, originally my issue was more that I heard about people getting banned or getting in trouble for doing spin on enemies in raids. So like the one that always comes up is nail. Turn 9 coil nail. That's one I always heard, because there was a video and people got like, you know, I don't know if they got banned for it, but they got in trouble for it. That I knew. Whether they got banned again. So that's always been tricky, because it's like, okay, well, this is something that has been known to get people in trouble. So like I value my account and I don't want to get into the bad side of GMs and shit. So that's one reason why it was kind of like, you know, I did it. Like, it's not like I didn't do it. I did do it, but it was still kind of like that weird feeling. And I think other people were along that side too of like, exploitish, blah blah blah. So it gets tricky when like even like people can't really figure out what like the proper way of going about it, right? Because if you take like 50 people are not gonna say it's okay. You're gonna get like half of them saying it's okay. That's why it's tricky. But I've kind of settled on the point of not doing it. One, because I know people out there just simply can't do it, period, right? It's a little different when you're doing something and someone out there looks at it and they're like, I just can't do it, with very good reason. And two, like, other people are doing it, so like, let them do it. I don't have to do it. If you wanna watch someone do it, there are a lot of great runners out there who are doing it, and you know, learn from them. But you're gonna get this version of the run where I don't spin. So if you want to learn how to do a run as best as you can without ever spinning, then I got you covered. If you want to do a run where you do spin, there's other people out there that you can check out, and I think that's actually really cool. Casual run. Because I think it's actually super cool that you can watch like, you know, a handful of different streamers doing Deep Dungeon. You're gonna get just a very different point of view and a very different run from all of them. So it's like you can pick and choose the one you like. You can take from each of them, take and add it to your own strategy. You know, there is really no one way of going about this. It's just your way. That's always something I've loved in really video games in general, and that's why hearing the word meta always kind of rubs me the wrong way, because it's like, man, but you're going off of what the one person or the couple of people have proven that is successful. You know, why can't you just find your own success? That kind of thing. Although I will say, like, I guess in what you said, Murray, I can see that. I don't know how the speedrunning community goes about it. I mean, the one thing that came to mind immediately was the one guy who said that he's quitting speedrunning because he kept getting so much shit on like what the community decided was okay, like if this glitch was okay or this glitch was not okay, and he couldn't keep it straight. All he wanted to do was have fun, but then it gets really like toxic and shit. Like that's when it gets, that's when I, no matter what side you take, is when I'm like okay, hold your horses, guys. You know, let's not start attacking people on this. Like, you are able to pick the one you want to do. You want to spin, fine. You don't want to spin, fine, but don't start like, you know, attacking people over their decision. It's like, it's completely unnecessary. That's when it gets really bad, so that's what I don't want to happen, you know? The word meta makes you cringe? Same, Nico. I hate it. It's like, you're telling me that it's straight up impossible to have success on this job because this other job is better? What's your sample size? The singular top player in the world? Is that it? Okay. So you're saying no one is better than this person? Okay. That's what that is, right? Is that not what that is? Like, really in gaming, meta is determined by a few people or a bunch of people who do assert themselves as one of the best players, which I'm not disputing that, because they are probably super fucking good, and they are the people who put out the guides and put out, you know, all the information and all this stuff, but you're essentially saying that you're never going to be better than said person because you're just going to follow what he does, or she does. But also people are lazy too, right? Because they just want to be like, oh, that's the best job, I'll take it. That's what everyone says is good, okay, easy. I'll just take this job and I'll have success with it because everyone said so. Yeah. Not my thing, dude. And hence you have solo, right? I can tell you Red Mage is better than all the other jobs, which I'm kind of, like, not really... Only probably for Heaven on High or something, because I've kind of changed my mind in Palace, but like, man... It's all on you, so you can have just this amazingly sick solo player just busting out, like, these crazy-ass strategies, proving everyone wrong, but there's no one else to, like, really stop them, because they're just doing it on their own, so... True, I'm the best. Channel, that's a lie, because Zudo kicks all your scores. Would be nice if the devs of the game did Behemoth maybe and showed how it could be done. You want Yoshida to go up on stage in FanFest to do 180 Behemoth? Yo, I'll sign up for that, man. I remember there was this one time Yoshida was doing, I think he was in like I think he was in the German games. I forgot which one that is. Gamescom or something? I think it was one of the EU ones, and I think the challenge, the convention challenge at the time was like Titan Extreme. Like, of all the challenges, that's the one hardest one. And they had this one time when Yoshida was sitting in a chair. Like, he was playing Black Mage and doing Titan X with a bunch of random players. And he dies in the middle, and everyone's just like, oh shit, dude! Yoshida died. That would be great. I think he had the whole, like, disappointed face, like, oh no, what have I done? Yeah, Nico, I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you on that one strongly, especially in PvP. It irritates me in PvP more so. I probably have to do it. Potion. I've only ever played a game based on what to do, meta be damned. Yo, I like this chat's way of thinking, guys. Don't mention his name. I tend to avoid most popular stuff in the games in general. Murray, I'm with you on that one too. Well, kind of. I tend to do that in real life. I don't think in gaming I tend to do that, but what I think in gaming I tend to come to my own conclusions about certain jobs. So like, well, I'm not looking at guides to begin with, so if I just so happen to be playing a job that everyone loves, then it's like, oh cool, I can kind of see why. But I'm not doing it because, you know, some guy on YouTube said it's the best job. Like, I got to this job on my own accord and figured it out on my own. Then if I wanted to get really good, I can look up guides, but I typically don't. In real life, I definitely do that a lot. Like, if there's a lot of people doing something, I'm like, oh, I'll just do this other thing, you know. Yoshida died, time to wipe. My logs though, dude. This is Regime playing something meta because you're liking it, and playing something meta because everyone says yep. Yeah, and like, I don't know, it goes back to that, it goes back a little bit to that whole thing when you guys were doing 2-3, right? That's like the biggest example of that. When you guys were doing rank 2-3 on the missions in 11, people left and right were like, ah, you can't do it on 3 DPS. It's not gonna go. You're not gonna pull it off. I think you had the 3 perfect players for that. That were ready to just be like, no, we can do it, and then you did. Perfect. That's what that is. And 11 too, man. I mean, okay, you can argue meta in 14, but like, man, don't do it in 11. Are you kidding me? If you're doing it in 11, you're not an 11 player, man. Every time I high score, he 1-ups you. You call him Gary Oak? Oh my god. Yo, he's just sitting in the shadows, Jenna. He's lurking in all the deep dungeon streams studying. Oh, there are definitely fireworks going on. And like, you know, he's like that's his version of stream sniping, man. Oh fuck, channel did good. I gotta do this job now. Rip. Hey quad. Only other thing I can think of is if they did a 10 for a deep dungeon boss rush, practice them 20 boss rush. I don't know. I just hope they never make this easier. Hey, you gotta, yeah, do what you like, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people just want the easy way out, unfortunately. That's where games have kind of gone into, right? A lot of times, they make it easy, so you don't have to go through the hardships. Yes, quad. Yeah, it does. I saw that conversation on Discord earlier, but yeah, it does. I saw that myself when I was doing my red mage setup on Primal, but I didn't know the exact value, so it's interesting to see the exact value of what that point was. But I knew that going in with a lower Aether pool, but also I knew it, but it never registered in my head when you were doing your low score runs, quad. So I never suggested it because it never came to mind. Because that definitely could be something to add to your score or subtract your score. Yep, Astro's the only one that has not done any of them. Not Palace, not Heaven on High. This was slow as hell. I hope you guys are ready to stay up till like 5 AM today. Is ISIS have easy elements to a large game for new players though? Well, yeah. Look, it's a business. I mean, you gotta earn your money, right? Unless you're a free game. Well, if you have free game, you're free to play. But if you're just, you know, if you're trying to make a living or make some money off a game, you gotta cater to the audience to some extent. Now, whether or not the audience is more in line of that easy mode versus hard mode, I mean, I would probably say the easy mode is more what people want, but I think more and more you're seeing people wanting to get back to like something actually hard and difficult. Oh, that's my opinion. It's an hour from you. The other day I was talking to Allie, she said she's not going to do Ass. Yeah, Allie tried Ass and Palace and she's like, nope. But someone's got to do it, man. Oh no, I'm dummy, sorry. I did it again. Apparently I'm allergic to hitting the button twice. So I fixed it. You can't see how awful you're doing? I can't see you on the list, so... Oh wait, there you are. You have 1 unit dead, so that's cool. It's not that bad. At least Heaven's Word boss music is nice. It is. Maria gets it. Alright, we're getting closer to a boss, so that's exciting. This is where we left off on the map. You didn't see it last time because I didn't do... Whoa. Okay, so let's go... What do we have? A bat. A slime. Oh, the slime? Okay. Oh, he won't fit. Rip. Okay, let me do... I guess I'll just go Bomber... Backline bomber. Yeah, backline bomber. You can't believe you got 3 no item floors on 1. Oh, that sounds about right. You know, Jesse, I think we've talked about it a couple times. Like 151 has been pretty bitchy on the enchantments. It almost feels like Heaven on High 51 plus, where it's just like over the top. Like I chain Gloon all the time. I chain abilities all the time. I've chained no items all the time, but it's only on those floors. Yo, JK Gaming TV. Hey, what's up, dudes? Can we get a shout out for our favorite couple stream? Certainly my favorite couple stream. Yo, what up, dude? Hey, Wetmog. Hey guys, how are you doing? How was your stream? How did you do on Shiva? I watched more at the beginning, but I didn't get to watch the entire thing because I was doing other things. I typically sit in there, but I wasn't doing it today. Did you guys clear? Maybe? Possibly? Made it past for the first time! Yo, Prague. That's okay. Doesn't need to be clean, it'll be clean next time. As long as you got past it. Excellent. Thanks, Tina! Yo, guys, check out JCat Gaming TV. Yo, if, like, you know, the idea of, like, a couple code stream is so fascinating to me. And I think they do it extremely well. And it's very entertaining. And they are also teammates of mine on Team True, but that shouldn't be the only reason you should check them out. I had a nice time, too. Had a nice time. You know, I think that hour of like 4, 5 to like 8, 9, 10. You know, there's a bit of a gap on the streamers, I feel, but that's definitely one I go to, so. Yo, it's just, I got you, dude. Highly entertaining stuff. Okay, we'll take this. Come here. Yeah, we have one more mechanic to work through, and then just clean up. Going for the clear! Oh, cool! Oh, yeah. That means I better tune in next week. I like sitting in on those clears, man. There's nothing like watching a team clear something very hard for the first time. Live! I could check the VODs. But seeing it live, it's a completely different feel, you know? I was very fortunate to watch Llamatod's and Galaxy's T-Clear live. I was there! It was amazing. Dude, that was must-see TV. Holy shit, dude. So, love it. Everything aggros? True. Frickin' hello. Hey, what's the UI that I have on my left of my screen? On the left of my screen? The left of my screen is me, but on the right of my screen, that is my keyboard UI. So, I play with a full keyboard, meaning both my hands are on the keyboard. I do not use a mouse. Although, funny enough, I will have to use a mouse in a bit, sometime later in this set, because I need to use a mouse specifically for one Pomander. But I do not use a mouse, so what I have there is the UI of me pressing my buttons. So it's kind of like a verification, or like a live demonstration of like how I'm playing this game as I'm pressing keys. So that's what that is. You were there for the move clear. That was something. I was there for T specifically. I saw Xenosis's clear. I saw Llamatod and Galaxy's clear. They were in the same team, so that happened the same time. And then I saw Crystal's clear, which was really interesting. After Llamatod cleared, I think he hosted Crystal right after, and then the next pull she cleared. That's so cool. So it was really fun. Like I have no Ricky, and thanks for that follow. I have no investment on raids, but that ultimate journey was definitely something that it was almost like watching a movie or watching a TV series. You know, you get sucked in because of the story. That's what it was. I was invested on the storyline of the whole thing. Like the mechanics were hard, I get it, you know, but seeing the journey unfolding was what invested me, and I'm so happy that I was able to see it happen. It is like an anime arc. Yeah, it is like an anime arc. Yep. So I think that's what it is with specifically Ultimate. It's a little bit harder for me for the Savages, but to some extent I do understand. I can feel what it means to people to get like the clears and stuff on that one. Ultimate is definitely a different animal, but still same thing. Oh, this is annoying. I think we'll see, yeah, you'll see it for Rezo, specifically Rezo only, because I have to point and shoot the Rezo. And I really don't think there's a way for me to do it without a mouse. Even if I park the mouse, I could park the mouse in the middle of the screen, but it's so, like, I don't know, it's so specific, it's just unnecessary for me to do that. Sassy hasn't had time to get the full raid tier down, so she's gonna be super cool to finally get... Yeah! That's right. I remember the discussion on that. It would be very cool to see that. 100%. And at least my schedule is really nice for that Sunday raid night, because I'm typically home. I might be taking a nap, but I'm typically home and able to see it actually up to your entire time slot. From when you start the static until you end the static, I usually am available to watch and sit in on that, and I usually do, so... Yeah, but it's nice that the static is there and you guys are making that prog. The differences between Red Mage has become obvious. So much more tense. So much more tense on Red Mage, yeah? Or do you feel it's more tense on Machinist? I mean, 180 is a little different, right? Because that's going to be tense on everything except Red Mage, but... I felt Machinist was actually easier on the floors. Especially on the higher floors of things where those are the ones that were more dangerous. Strength. Oh, it took me that long to get off this floor. Red Mage is more tense. Yeah. I will personally agree on that one. Of course. Oh, why did I provoke? Nope. So we got a ogre over there. And what is that? Oh, heck dies. And I have a strength, right? Which I did use. Okay. I went hard yesterday, man. I went yesterday. You know, the ring started off on Friday, right? Ooh, that's convenient. Yesterday I went from 19 Thief to 32. I was passing out by the end of the day with the party I was in, but I'm like, I gotta keep going. I don't know if I'm gonna get a party like this, I gotta keep going. And I did. But then I tried to get the keys solo, it went really bad last night, so I just went to sleep, but then I did it today, so. Had a good party. Pretty good party. Pretty good parties, actually. Multiple parties. But it was a little, you know, I will say it was a little kind of blah blah. The only reason it was blah blah was we had like triple power levelers in the party, so it was kind of brain dead, honestly. And like even like going, like I stayed attentive for the most part, but going AFK, it's like, I don't have to feel too bad. As long as I position my character so it's still hitting, they probably wouldn't notice. But, you know, the XP is good, so. We went from, I think, Quafim to Carpenters, and then eventually to Bibiki. So, and we ended up there at the bay. It was really slow there. We got there at like 26, and we hang there. I hang there for like 6 levels, I think. No, the sync was 26. I was getting closer to 30. I think I was like 28 or 29. We hang there till like 3 or 4 levels or something to that effect, so. That was another rage. Damn. Strength. Ooh, another strength. Okay, so I'll use the thing. I didn't check this one. That's a lust. I don't really care about points right now. That's a safety, which I'll use. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering at what cutoff there will be when power levels will just be kind of pointless. And I really hope it's a little early. I hope it's like 40s. Because then you're going to start to get the real feel of parties and mechanics and stuff. That's what entertained me in XP parties, was managing all those mechanics, right? It wasn't just doing it brain dead. You have to actually pay attention to do things. And you can do really cool things. You know, if you pay attention. You can make it efficient. No, actually, let's finish this up first. But I do wanna... I think I did this in retail, but I do wanna, like... The only time... I'm gonna get Ninja to 12. That's gonna happen. But I think I won't level Ninja until I have all the gear I wanted, which is like top tier gear, all the evasion gear. And then we'll do Ninja, because it does pain me to watch. But this was also back in the day too, like it was very, very rare to watch a Ninja really tank for real. Like really tank for real. Like holding the hate, doing all the things, being well equipped, because like you can't really take Ninja lightly if you want to take it seriously. Now, if you're not taking it seriously, that's a different story. That's okay. I mean, it's whatever, right? But if you're like tanking, there's like ways of really doing it that you become super efficient, super good. And I've seen it a couple times back in the day. I've seen people and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. You know, I was like inspired by wanting to actually put care into this job and do it right, but it takes a lot of effort to do it. You really need good gear to pull it off, so. I feel a bit awkward leveling my healer earlier because we got a power level and it's like I'm kind of not supposed to heal too much, they gotta go. Yeah. Like, I think when I was tanking, I was just, like, straight up tanking through the power level. You know? I'm like, but, like, it's just, it makes it more simplified. Like, I'm starting to understand a little, I don't know why I keep checking his chest. I'm starting to understand a little bit why it's actually okay for the enemy to bounce around. Like, it almost, to me, it almost feels like it's an acceptable thing in XP parties when the mob's just bouncing around. You know, you're mitigating damage for the tank doesn't die as fast, but the enemy dies slower. And I've always learned on 11 to hold the enemy still. And I always prided on that, like, you know, you can't pull this shit off me, dude. Unless you're like a Dark Knight who decides to like pop every single cooldown in the book. I'm like, okay bro, you wanna die? I mean, I'm doing my best here, but if that's what you want to do, man, go right ahead. You know, there was like I had an understanding of the gauge of like how to handle enmity and hate, and like there are certain things and with certain jobs where if they just decide to just use everything, you're just like, all right, bro, look, I'm trying my best here, but if this is what you want to do, then you know, just understand you're probably gonna die. And if you're okay with this, then I'm okay with this. You know what I was experimenting with, Faros, and I don't know if you want to do this, because I don't like sending people off doing something as a theory and then getting them killed. But I had remembered in the early days how, as a tank, once you got a little bit of the understanding of when they use their abilities, and it's on timing, and the timing of when they use abilities is what I apply here in Deep Dungeon. But it's more cadenced here because it's just all very structured. I know when timing happens in here. It's easy. But the same pace happens in 11. So what I did once in the dunes, but I wasn't able to duplicate it because I was in a tank, is you can actually run away from enemy abilities if you time it just right. So if you're running away and they decide to use the ability, you can actually cancel the ability out, and so they never get it off. And actually the enemy stays there because they're animation locked. So that's a way of mitigating. But it's very hard because if you do it improperly, you're moving the enemy back and forth. But it's actually doable. And I was curious about Nozomi because the timings are much faster. Like, things register way quicker. But it seems doable. But I haven't been able to duplicate it. I only did one time. I was on Thief, I was pulling, and keeping, I think our tank died, and I evoked it. And the lizard used tail blow. I ran away from it and I didn't get it off. So that was like my old tank strats. party doesn't need to cure if you don't take damage, so. But you can test that out on like a enemy solo if it works. But you have to have near perfect timing. You can't be off even by half second. That's what I did also, since we can't do goblins anymore though, I did that before on goblins in the Dune too, because bomb toss, when they use bomb toss, it's located on the target. So what I would do in the dunes is, as a tank, if they use bomb toss, I would run away, and then because bomb toss is a long cast, I would get far enough away so the bomb toss only hits me and it doesn't hit the rest of the party. Those are things you don't see people doing in anything. They usually just sit there, tank, and they turtle up. But those are like the little strategies that you can utilize. But later on, like in the 30s, you don't do that anymore because of like Thief. If you have a Thief in the party, you don't do that because you're gonna start messing up Trick Attack. But I did that early on because it was more viable. Are enemy abilities used when they fill on TP? And yeah, pretty much, Cynic. That's why the timing is... it's predictable to some extent. So like, if you're fighting an enemy, after, I wouldn't say a set period of time, it kind of depends on how frequently it's hitting or when you're hitting, but generally speaking, the enemy goes... also, what's up, Cynic? The enemy uses something either when it hits something or when you hit something. So it wouldn't just stand there and randomly do it. It's based off on the TP that it's getting. So it's gaining TP for when it gets hit, it's gaining TP for when it hits. So like generally what I try to do on those like predictions is like I try to time it so when I see someone hit the target, I start moving away. And sometimes it works, but you can still kind of pick up the timing to some extent. It's very hard, but to some extent it just makes it more engaging if you're looking for it. Like it's completely unnecessary, but it makes it a little bit more engaging. Also just like fingerprinted my classes. I'll fix it on the floor. Yo, Briok dies to games. I hope you didn't die today, my friend. Yo, what's up, LS mate? We were just talking about 11. Yo, can we get a shout out for Briok dies to games? Hey, thanks for those follows, guys. Dark and who'd I miss? Virlay? I thought I said that right. I'm fucking botched it so bad. Yo, Briok does. We were talking a lot of 11, the Somi 11, and he streams that. So if you guys want to see it live, maybe I make a, you know, a little bit of a cameo in his parties. You should check it out. Your bot is upset with you? Wait, why is it upset with you? Welcome, guys. I am Angelus Demonus. I am an analyst mate of Mr. Briok. But my streams focus on FF14, so the version up of the Final Fantasy MMOs. I have said that 11 is not off the table, so you may see an 11 stream, but I definitely will say not anytime soon. But it is not off the table. I will probably eventually get to a point where I will stream 11. You love PoTD clears too? Hell yeah. Well, I hope I can do it today. It was late, Alt, because I think the bot also to tell me that Virel was late as well, so steal. Is a big game hard to put down? Well, to be fair, Dark, I'm only playing 14 on stream. I don't log into 14 for any other reason currently. I mean, pretty much if you don't see me stream, I am on 11. And also, because I conveniently named myself with an A name, you'll probably see me in the LS. Anyone who wanted to be anonymous in the LS should strategically name themselves something with a Z name, because you'll never see them. But because I have an A name, you'll probably see me online. Easy. 11 strats. You played it for SA while... Ooh, Black Mage. I consider myself a Black Mage main for PvE. I very rarely do PvE though, so... Realistically, anything past J? Yeah, but if you want to make sure that you're invisible, then you can pick a Z name. You're never gonna get down to Z, man. With how the link shell is, you'll never see a Z name. Rip anyone with Z. Aw, damn. Damn. Hey, Kashino! What's up, dude? How goes it over there in Japan? We're going real slow today, so it's gonna be somewhat casual up until we get to 151. Oh, Australia, fuck. Okay, I really gotta remember these things. Who the hell was I talking to that was in Japan? I thought that was you. Damn it. Sorry, you're the second one from Australia that I didn't. Well, Sky Foxy I think didn't really tell me before, so I guess I gotta pass on that one, but you told me where you were before. And I forgot. That makes 2 Australians, yo. But you play in the JP server. Yeah, well that's what most Australians do though, right? Like usually, isn't it like Aussies and New Zealanders, if they wanted to hang with fellow Aussies and New Zealanders, they go to Tonberry? Is that not the go-to server? I don't know what server you're on. You might be on a different server, but I always heard Tonberry was the go-to. Friend of ours, Heal Me Harry, is on a friend of ours, Heal Me Harry, I think is on Tonberry. That's why I kind of know that. You're from New Zealand? Yo, shout out to all you guys over in the is the proper term Oceanic? Is that the proper term? That's the region that you guys in, Oceanic? Let me use this. You're Tonberry, okay. Yeah. You know, it is interesting how the logistics of that, right? If you're from a certain region, even EU has that. If I remember correctly, I think the French contingency of a lot of French players, at least the ones that want to be like, I want to hang with other French players, like there is a server for that. Like there is an actual like, okay, we'll all kind of go to this server. I don't know which one that is, but I remember that being talked about at one point. I think also there was another one. I can't remember. Remember there's being a thing with the French players, that like a lot of French players run this specific server. Pull really nice points out of 1 to 10 and finish at 30.02. Nice. Behemoth has a bunch of people from... Oh, really? Well, what's her name? Severilia. I think I said her name right. I was watching her do a warrior attempt on Palace solo, and she had her language set to Portuguese, so that could be Brazilian, because that's what they speak. But she was on Behemoth. I'm like, oh shit. I was expecting like EU server or something. I'm like, oh shit, Behemoth. I'd believe that. I think it comes down to what you want to do in game, what time you play. So if you play during NA servers are better. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100% Kashino. I mean, it would be silly for you to play on Tonberry if like you straight up don't even play at prime time, right? That's kind of with EU players too. Like Tina for instance is on Primal. I think her main is on Primal, but she's 100% EU. And I know a bunch of EU players that are on NA data centers. I mean, our friend Galaxy is on Aether. Her main's on Aether, so it's kind of the same deal there. Hey. So yeah, that definitely makes sense. Dirty Primal player. No one's dirty. All the streamers are on NA servers? I would say all the streamers. Maybe a good chunk of them are, but I would say all of them. It's a hype server. Hype! He can't see me through his one eye. How are we doing on time? On time again. Again, we're just kind of going through this normally. I watch some streams in the morning too. Lots of them aren't on NA servers. Yo! Alright, hold on. We had a good song too. Wait, give me a sec. Let me see what it looks like when I get to the next floor. Let me pick up this chest. Okay. Do. Of course it's having issues. Are you new to the stream? Of course it's having issues. I still need to make that 8-bit. Yo, maybe I get a call from Optimum tomorrow, who knows? Alright, incoming stream delay. I will now answer all of your questions 30 seconds later. As long as it doesn't disconnect. Pixels Pog. Yo, what's up, Fitz? I gotta adjust. I will, if I get time. I want to change that emote so my cat girl is actually pixelated. I think it would make way more sense. Imagine someone joining the stream right now. Hey, Murray, look, people do it all the time, but I feel bad for them. But I think there have been a couple people who are like, hey, I like it. I'm like, okay, I believe you. Alright, Wetmog, do your work, dude. Make it clear for them. Thanks for the lurk, I appreciate that. Let's clear more. ABC Fox, welcome. Welcome to my 8-bit stream. Enjoy your stay. My, oh, hold on. I need to deal with this one. My advertisement is you'll never see this on Twitch. This will be the only stream you'll ever see that does this on Twitch. It's amazing. Only 10 seconds? Oh, don't worry, it'll get worse. Not much is lurking. I appreciate the lurks, my friends. I remember a long time ago joining my stream for the first time like this. I didn't hang very long. Thankfully, it came back. I don't blame you, Sky Foxy. I'm grateful you even gave it a second chance. I don't blame you, man. Did I have the music before too? Or maybe I didn't have the music. Maybe it's the music that I can hold people together. It's like, oh well, at least the music's good. And the guy talks somewhat, so I guess it works. I can't get how your game is fine but lagging. Look, if I could give you that answer, man, I give it to you. But welcome to my life. Full of dahak. Just did Scala for the first time in a while. Saw the Saw the last boss and was like, yep, I know how this goes. Scala. That's that World of Darkness, or is that the one before that, Crystal Tower? It doesn't look too bad. But anyway, for anyone that's new, I do have my bitrate showing on my stream to my right. Basically, if you can't read it, then it's not you, it's me. But more than likely, it's me. So you can see straight up, like, my upload speed. It's on my right. And you probably can't see it, it's somewhere over there. I stood in that. What's up, Siren? Did you just call me magical? Did you, like, imply that I'm related to unicorns? What the fuck? Witching. What is it? Magic.gif. Oops, I said gif. I'll do this one. Just to add a tail. Oh, wait. Oh, so the, Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. What bitrate? Also true. Yep. Yep, if you can't read the bitrate, you know it's real bad. Streaming takes a lot more bandwidth in game, so it's the first to take a hit when... Yeah, you know, I don't know, I can't even tell you, Spectre, if I am being... maybe I am being throttled, I don't know. You implied I'm a unicorn, alright. Sorry, dude, it doesn't go out my mouth quickly enough. You outdid yourself on your stew? Almost, you're gonna... Wait, peanut butter? Wait, why peanut butter? Also, Almerish, you gotta challenge Lemon Drop on the cooking, man. Wait, why did peanut butter come up? Oh no. Fuck. I was looking. You don't get to it. Well, can you put a line, Ethereal, send it to me? Can you do one from your house to me? I'll greatly appreciate it. Come on. Then again, it tickles in dungeons? Oh yeah, true. Choosy Monsoon. Oh, that's where peanut butter came in. Oh, I get it now. Sorry, I'm a little slow today. Switching. Sorry, I get it now. I get it now. I can use this. This is, yeah, this is a good song. I'm glad you can hear it. With my 300 bitrate. Strength. I got you, Fitz. You know, I remember Tina using exclamation point blue to see the delay on stream as like a way of seeing how long the delay was. And so in this case, I saw Fitz do the thing, so I did it instantly. So if you want to gauge at how long that is, well, now I can do that one. If you can see it, if you want any gauge at how long the delay is, then you got it right there. Bro. Bro. How my time? Okay, my time's okay. I mean, I can see the delay on my TV and it's like 30 seconds or something. Switching. Okay. Not this time. Oh, I could just stand to the side of it, the fuck? I don't even know why I don't do that. Whatever. Yeah, Briok, you got a lot of your LS mates in here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I got such a good stun, you can't see it. Let's go here. No, can't get it. Oops, sorry, I keep messing up my angle. Yeah, the delay's probably gonna be here for a bit. Once you see the bitrate a little bit more legible, you can probably do a quick refresh and it should kind of return it back, but who knows. This is just typical. Something spawned and aggroed. Let me check this. Oh, and a mimic, cool. Nice. Nice combo attack here. Okay, let me take care of the mimic first. Infatuation. Here. Yeah, I have an external playlist, Tech, but you can find the songs on my playlists on YouTube. I put all the songs I'm playing on my playlists. This is Ronfer, Chiptune, I think the, what's the name of the album? I don't remember the name of the album. It's the Square Enix one. What floors does Palette start to get a little crazy? I would say 151. The 150 boss is tricky though. The 150 boss is definitely very tricky, but it's pretty, the curve kind of goes up nicely from 1 to 141. It's like a nice curve, but then you start to feel it by 141, and then onward it'll start to ramp up a little bit more. It really gets hard by 171 though. Not sure if you missed my question, if you answered, but have I decided on a main? Have I decided on a main yet? I don't think so. I think I am going path-wise. I'm gonna go ninja, and I'm gonna have blue mage. I think I want to get blue mage set up for 30, because I think blue mage will be really good for when we do Chains of Promathia 30 cap. I think ninja will be really good when we do 40 cap. After that, I'm not sure. I think I will take ninja up, but I think I want thief up as well. But I want thief up mostly for NM camping, and that I don't really care so much about getting the arm, the AF arm gear for the additional TH. Like, I'll let other people do that, but I'll get TH3 on thief, and then we'll go from there. Fisher's your main... Yeah, I'm trying to actually work Fisher as well. Like, I was gonna do Paladin, but it looked like a lot of people were doing Paladin. So I'm gonna stay away from Paladin, honestly. I think Ninja's gonna be good for me, because I really like Ninja. I know how to do Ninja. I really love Blue Mage. Yeah, actually, some of the other jobs I'm not really looking into. I mean, I want to do Summoner because I always loved Summoner, but Summoner does take a lot of effort. Red Mage will also get up there because I can solo on Red Mage. Outside of that, like, Beastmaster was never something I gravitated towards to, but I did like the job. Ranger is pricey, but I think it does have a use for one of the BCNMs. What else? What else was there? Puppet Master and... Charles, hey, thanks for that follow. I hope you're enjoying the pixelated stream. Appreciate that. Puppet Master, I used to really love Puppet Master, but I don't think it's in the... Its situation is too great right now. Corsair, I was never really into that job. Bard also, they were never really my jobs. I like to be more engaged with the game, so I wouldn't do those jobs. White Mage, actually White Mage would be like my least likely to play, although I can play a good White Mage. It's just I prefer the melee classes and all the damage, the damage dealer classes. Warrior, definitely not Warrior. I don't really care for Warrior. I'd rather, like, if I was gonna damage deal, I'd rather go like Samurai or Ninja, frankly, or Thief. So, alright, Fireworks. Maybe it's the fireworks that are killing my connection, who knows. I need this one. Okay. So I actually... Come here! I'm sad about this food. I decided to do Beast, Briox said. Just opened it up today. Cool. I'm gonna open all the jobs up. I don't think I'm gonna level it. It's okay. I'm sad about this food. I didn't measure everything, and I don't think I can reproduce this. Oh no! Oh no. Rip. We'll enjoy while it lasts. Fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna get it over here. I embrace the guild life, and the Fisher is a nice way to start that. Faros asked me if I'll be the LS monk, so I don't think anyone's declared monk yet. Yeah. Yeah, so... Monk, I always felt bad with Monk because it's like you look at Monk and it's great, but then you realize that you can't be a good Monk unless you have Black Belt. That's kind of annoying. Even getting Brown Belt is annoying. Hey Ruby! I don't mind learning the spells, Briok. Spells are fine. Blue must have had a terrible time trying to figure out how to unlock and launch. You know Biff Tech? I don't know. What I will say, Biff Tech, I was proudly server first in unlocking Puppet Master. I was server first Puppet Master. I got so many tells, like, oh my god, congratulations! But it was fucking easy, I just had to go to a question mark. That's like the easiest one to unlock, man. You just go up to a question mark and you unlock it. I don't remember Blue Mage, but I did Blue Mage way later. But I was destined, I was like pushing Puppet Master, because when I saw that job when Treasures came out, I'm like, I want that job, it looks so cool. And of course it was kind of weird, which fits my style anyway, but... Really? I don't remember that. I remember it being a Zerg Fest. I was the one trying to... Oh, you were there when Rune Fencer came out? You did them all today, requires like 10 questions? Oh, okay. I don't remember Blue at all, man. I think there was just a lot of trial and error. A lot of Alakazam posts and shit. You had to start over the game day. You know what could have been also, Biff Tech? There could have been a lot of there might have been a lot of data mining too, I bet you. There might have been some data mining things. If I can master enemy materia in 7, I think I can handle Blue Mage spells. Cynic, did you do Blue Mage when Blue Mage first released on 14? Because like how that first released and how you had to farm like Shiva and Garuda and how long it took for some people, like that was basically 11 Blue Mage. Like that's no different. If anything, it was worse on 14 because it was very monotonous. In 11, it was more RNG based because it wasn't that it was hard to learn. It was more like every enemy had like 8 moves to use, so you had to wait till it used the right one. And that got annoying. Well, it got interesting to say the least, because yeah, like you had to just hope that it uses it, and then you hope that you get it, so. It was at the point where I was basically bazaring in Juno and farming Sky Gods for abjurations and such. Oh wow. Damn, you got rich, what the fuck? I did, but I got bored super quick at 50 because of the carry parties using max levels to farm combos. Yeah. Well, that whole part is different. But the acquiring of abilities when it took a while and like you had to do so many chances, that's basically 11, so. But do you remember how OP Headbutt was before they nerfed it? Wait, they nerfed it? When did they nerf it? I didn't know they nerfed it. Headbutt was fucking OP as shit, dude. Wait, what was the nerf? Yeah, we're talking 11, Movie. Movie, you should join us on 11. Come play with us on 11, because there's a lot of people on 11. Yeah, I'll go this way. Hey Ollie, sorry about the stream, dude. Trying my best. What did they do to Headbutt? I don't remember. Yeah, so you won't mind Cynic. It's not a big deal. Oh wait. The chest is... Oh no. Oh, have I done bad? Okay. I don't know where that chest is, and it's here. That's right there. Hey Heat Hazard! What's up, dude? How does my face look pixelated? Is it good? Wait, but what was the nerf? I don't remember the nerf. I literally do not remember that thing being nerfed. Wait, it would used to be spammable with like no spam, stun resist, something. Oh, there's stun resist, okay. Ashton, join us. One of us. No, you don't have to pay, Ruby. We're playing on a free server, man. It's free. It's free. Oh, I don't remember the nerf. When did the nerf happen? Because I remember spamming headbutt and stun locking it, but I don't remember it. For some reason I don't remember when it got nerfed.